Hugh has been working pretty hard, and due to current restrictions, he's on his own most of the time. The to-do list is definitely getting longer, but sometimes the only way to move forward is just to step back.
So I woke up nice and early this morning, about 7 o'clock. So it's like, right now, I'll go kayaking. Then it's like, well, I've got to take the GoPro because we're GoPros now. So I spent an hour basically getting ready to go kayaking because I need to take my GoPro kayaking. But anyway, we're set up now. I've got like a clippy thing on my helmet. The battery's charged. Before I mounted this non-take-offable, glued-on clip thing, I pre-drilled and tapped a little hole with this gadget Maru and got that so it was fixed on. Because then, of course, I can remove it and put it onto other things, which means it's reusable, which is what I like. And I'm willing to spend half an hour faffing around doing that. But I should be doing more important things. Kayaks there. You see it down there. You're attached to my helmet. Got my life jacket. I've checked the tides, and it's like halfway between high tide and low tide, which basically means it's going to be running the fastest. I'm probably about 3 or 4 knots, so I may not get anywhere once I get out to the main channel. It's absolutely beautiful. There's like nobody here. I've been out kayaking once out of the channel here, and by the time I got out as far as I'm now, it's just pitch black. But actually, having said that, today I can't see anything either because of that gorgeous, gorgeous sun. This is why taking some exercise, taking some good quality time out is important. It gets you thinking, gets me metaphoring. So like, what I'm doing right now, for some people might seem quite daunting. I'm out on my own, at sea. But when you start looking at the facts, I'm not like uber prepared, but I've got the basic requirements. I've got a life jacket, got some skill with the tools I'm using. My only fuel supply is a bottle of water, right? Haven't had breakfast yet, but I've got a good reserve of food. I had a nice meal last night with lots of rice, so loads of carbs. So I'm like, I've got the basic supply I need. And I've got the knowledge and tools and experience, and also I've got the knowledge of where I am. So like, I come a few miles down and I'm out in Chichester Harbour, but the reality is, it's intimidating as that view behind me looks. If you look down here, appearances can be receiving, right? So right next to the land, and I've touched the mud with my paddle half a dozen times since I left. So it's a bit like what we plan to do for the next 18 months. You know, the idea that we're just going to coastal hop around Europe, Mediterranean. We're never going to be more than a day sail away from land, I don't think, for the first 18 months particularly. There might be a couple of times where we do a bit of a jump inside the Med. It's going to be a bit like this. We're inside Chichester Harbour right now, but it's just scaled up.
Sailing is one thing, but what Hugh's doing now is gonna be a big part of our adventure. Reaching land, going ashore and just exploring. In that sense, I guess our boat is just a caravan at sea.
So in my kayaking in Chichester Harbour metaphor, if kayaking just inside the harbour here is my metaphor for coastal hopping around Europe, you know, what's next? I could go over to the Isle of Wight, it's over there. It's like 10 miles across there, maybe? Right. And I'm a little bit confident. I'm pretty sure I can get there right now. Just go for it, fine. Just get my head down, go for it. But like, I'm not gonna. It's alright, Mum, I'm not gonna. And like, if I was, I'd maybe do a little bit more planning. Like maybe put a spray deck over my legs in the kayak to stop the sea getting it. Maybe take a banana. Maybe even a VHF radio in case I got into trouble. You know, a few things like that. Perhaps I would actually study the tides properly, because I know the current's currently going this way and the Isle of Wight's over there. So I'd be making life hard for myself. Why don't I just wait 6 hours? But then what about if I took the next step? What about if I went that way for 100 miles? I want to get to Normandy. I'm quite up for that, kayaking that adventure. That'd be good fun. But then I'd be like, alright, okay, I definitely need to think about a few things. Do I need to upgrade my boat? That little kayak, it tracks awfully. Like left to right, left to right. Maybe it needs a bit of a keel on it. You know, even just one of those little scope things you stick on the back. And then I'm like, well, I need some storage. Might take a couple of things. I'm going to need to do a wee, you know, think about that. Yeah, it's like, well, that's the next step. So I'm going to do more planning, more preparation for something like that. And I definitely want to choose the weather window, choose the tide window, all that sort of stuff. And that's like quite a nice metaphor for the sailing. You know, when we go sailing, we could possibly do the first 18 months or so with hardly leaving the sight of land. You know, we want to go across the channel. It's going to be one of the bigger leaps. I mean, it's not going to be easy, but what I'm saying is it's going to be incremental, and our learning is going to be bit by bit by bit. We're going to build up skills slowly and acquire the equipment and things we need. I mean, Esperance is already a fantastic, safe blue water boat, you know, and someone who's done it before would quite happily shoot off straight across major oceans in it, I'm sure. But we'll build up a step at a time. Right, can we get down to the West Country? Can we get across the channel? Yeah. Beautiful. This is what it's all about. We're so lucky to have the life we live. And it's like, just don't waste it, guys. This is what this is all about. In years to come, body might start letting us down. Don't know what's going to happen to you. So you're going to get ill, the people you love are going to die, I don't know. But right now we've got everything we need. It's just magic. So I'm going to head back in a moment, and I'm confident with the tide with me this time and the sun behind me. It's going to be a slightly more comfortable paddle. I was squinting all the way here, as you can see now. So I'll head straight out now, rather than going the direction I want to go, straight out for a couple hundred metres, right into the middle of the channel, where I've got all the speed of the water, and that'll sweep me straight down back towards Kayaking Yacht Company, and that'll be the end of this little adventure. But it just reminds us what it's all about, why I'm here, why me and Kelly are doing this adventure, which is good at the minute because it's a bit down as everything opens up again and gigs are coming back in, everyone's going back to normal. It's like, are we going to miss out on all this stuff? But you know, normal life, everyday life's always going to be there. People we love are going to be there. When you go on holiday or when you go away for a few weeks or something, you come back, nothing's really changed. Little things do, little things change, but not everything. Back at Kayaking Yacht Company now. It's 10:30, so I've used up a decent chunk of the morning. You know, it's gonna be at least 11 before I get started in work. But like 100% worth it. This is just stunning. It's been absolutely silent. I'm feeling fitter, happier. As a result, even though I'm starting work late, I'll still carry on till probably 7ish, 8ish tonight. And that means I'll get a fair bit done and I'll be energised doing it.
We are big believers in the importance of physical exercise for mental health. Anytime we feel overwhelmed, the weight of the world on our shoulders, we down tools and run or kayak or cycle or walk, and that never ever fails to change your mood. Physical exercise is a great mood booster. It's exciting times, and yes, there is a lot to do, but this is all part of the adventure. For every large idea or journey or task, there is just a series of smaller ideas, journeys, tasks, and then you break that down further and you just keep ticking off the small stuff until one day you wake up and you've achieved your dreams. We'll get there, and when we look back at these times, we'll wonder how, but we will get there.